Welcome to the Basement League Show. My name is AJ. On my left is Thick Flair. On my right is Lenny. We are a show for all the geekdoms, geekaks, nerds, dorks, anything that you've been called bad, derogative terms, because you like something, love something so much. Doesn't matter. We're like the home for you. Whether you are a Slipknot fan to Britney Spears, we don't give a shit.
I hate Britney. No, I'm just kidding. I totally love Britney. Free Britney.
Free Britney!
Britney not. Oh my God, that's a creation right there. We need to find a way to mix that shit.
Britney not?
Britney not.
Slipney? Slipney Spears? Slipney Spears? No.
That sounds a little rapey.
A little rapey.
Okay, you know what? Now
took it right through the line.
I'm just saying.
That's my porn name now, Slipney Spears.
Slipney Spears?
We're taking that one.
That's my drag name.
All right, so what are we doing today?
So what we're gonna do today, we are going to watch the second trailer to the Suicide Squad second movie, right? Do they actually have a name to it? Or
it's the Suicide Squad.
It's the Suicide Squad. It's not necessarily it's a soft reboot, sort of a continuation, because David Ayer's not a hack. He just he bent to the will of WB, and the first Suicide Squad turned out okay.
What was that? Okay.
Because I was gonna say terrible, but we had discussed it previously before recording. That it's not a terrible movie.
It wasn't awful and it wasn't terrible. It was okay.
It's watchable.
It's okay.
It's watchable.
It's watchable. It's okay.
Okay.
So this one is going to be, it has John Cena, for all you wrestling fans out there. And for all the ladies, Idris Elba will be in there, fully clothed. I'm sorry, girls.
Beautiful. You know that there's going to be some scene where he's maybe not completely naked, but he's going to have like the bare minimum of clothing.
At least
and it's a rated R movie.
At least his shirt off.
And for all the guys, Margot Robbie will be in there. So
I know you love her.
So, but who gives a shit? King Shark is in there. I don't give a shit about what anybody says. As long as King Shark is in there saying stupid shit that makes you laugh, I don't care. And he's going to take Groot's spot.
According to Tomatoes, he's like a treat in that movie.
Oh, yeah.
They literally use the word treat. So.
Really?
Yes, he's like a very.
I just want to see him have, what is it? He's got, what is John Cena's name? Death.
Peacemaker.
I'm sorry. Peacemaker, and he has a little thing that's like, it looks nothing like me. I just want to see him just say, I'm a genius. Like, that's all I want to see.
King Shark is going to be probably like, and of course, because it's James Gunn, we make this comparison, but King Shark's going to be the Groot of this thing.
Yeah,
he's gonna be the comedic relief no matter what, but I still think John Cena is going to be like the funniest person throughout the cast.
His
because
dry humor
He's the best at delivery.
I mean, you saw him in Blockers, right?
Yes,
that was great.
Blockers. What is it? Sisters or what with Tina Fey and?
Oh yeah, he's like the random cameo in there.
Yeah, he's the random just drug dealer cameo. My safe word is
pineapple.
Pineapples. My safe word is pineapples, and he just says it with the straightest face.
That's what my safe word is. Keep going.
No, that's from. I know what that's from
What is
too.
that from? Slimy Spears?
No, it's from. Oh my God! I just watched this and I just heard the line like 4 days ago.
We'll figure it out.
All right, it'll just pop up in the middle of my head, or pop up in my head in the middle of the podcast.
It'll be like Excelsior.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it's gonna happen. We're gonna be in the middle. We're gonna be in the middle of this podcast or like another recording for one, and it's just gonna randomly like pop up to me. So if I randomly shout out a movie title, y'all know what it is.
We're just gonna smack you because we thought you'd have a stroke.
That's really
stroke down there for a bit.
All right, so we're gonna watch it. Let's see what it's like. 'Cause I actually haven't seen it yet. So
not the newest one.
I haven't seen the newest one either.
I actually purposely avoided it because I wanted
for these purposes. I avoid trailers. I avoid trailers now.
Second
I always avoid the last.
Is there a third one out?
It's whatever one.
No,
something about release date, my guy.
It's from like 2 days ago, 3 days ago.
Okay, because I looked at Suicide Squad 2.
No, just type the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad.
Are we
literally
Suicide Squad?
just
yes.
Because that's the title.
We went over this.
James Gunn made it the point. He's like, it's the Suicide Squad. It's not a sequel. It's the Suicide Squad, because David Ayers bends the knee to WB. Bastard.
Tell us how you really feel.
F the Ayer cut. I don't want to see any. God.
Okay.
I did
It's
it.
okay.
I dropped the F-bomb.
It's okay. You literally dropped one earlier. You didn't even notice.
And then there's
Yeah.
there's the King Shark one that came out like 3 weeks ago.
Is that the one? No, it can't be it.
Yeah, I think it is the one.
Okay,
All right.
run it.
Let's just do
Let's
it.
pick one. We'll see what happens.
Let's see.
Let's shoot it here.
Oh,
What happened to the one we had queued up?
God damn you,
was
Purdue
4 months
University
ago.
Global.
Oh.
Challenge accepted. Purdue
come on. No one cares about you, Purdue University. It doesn't even have the ability to skip.
Because it's a short ad.
PurdueGlobal.edu.
That's why you need to get an Android.
Would you trust anybody that went to the Purdue University?
I actually knew some.
That's why you get an Android.
I
You
knew
can
someone who went to Purdue.
Mysteries these creatures of the deep have to offer.
Okay, this is interesting. I'm here for this ad.
Is this one not skippable?
Yes, that is your hand. Very good.
We're all gonna die.
In our way, is a descendant of an ancient shark god.
That's very kind of nice.
Don't not me.
He's developed a taste for human meat.
No, no, no.
Would you eat your friends?
No. You are a little idiot. Here's on HBO Max. August 6th, rated R.
I don't
this show
believe
is
that
like-
was the right trailer, but
I mean, that was cool though. I'm here for it.
this might be it.
Cells and costumes. Want you to think them all dark and deep.
I love how they give him a toilet seat helmet.
Living life is a punchline. But all it would take.
Did we just stumble onto like
I
a?
haven't seen this one.
No,
I've not seen this one.
For you to restore your dignity in its entirety.
Did she have her hammer?
You know the deal. Complete the mission, you get 10 years off your sentence. You fail to follow my orders in any way.
That's Michael Rooker, isn't it?
detonate the explosive device in the base of your skull.
And Fluga Borg is Harpoon or not Harpoon?
Question.
Is that Rampage or not Rampage? What's her name?
You got me. I don't know any of the Suicide Squad people, guys.
Rat Trap or Rat Catcher?
The Trap or the Trapper or something.
Rat Catcher.
Is it Ratcatcher or the Trapper?
Are you talking about the female? The crazy looking one?
No, not him. He looks skinny.
Yeah, it does, which is amazing.
Her.
No.
I genuinely want to see more Captain Boomerang in this. But I felt he didn't get his time to shine the first
Yeah.
one.
That's
Her.
oh Mongol.
That's not Mongol.
Well, it's
No.
lady.
No, it's
Mongrel.
No, she has a name. She's Rampage or
No, her.
Rampira or something weird.
She's literally credited as Mongrel.
As Mongol, Mongrel.
Yeah. She's of that. She's that of that race.
I love the.
Mission. You die. If we find out any information you give us is false, you die.
If we find out you have personalized license plates, you die.
What? No.
They got fucking Starro in the movie, which is like so amazing. Like,
Yeah.
no one saw that coming.
All right.
Expect a release date.
All right, so what do you guys think?
I'm so excited.
Yeah, no, I'm hyped up for it. I've been ready for this movie.
It's crazy because even in the animated series of Suicide Squad, it's always just different, of course, different crooks and stuff, but you
Yeah.
always have the same one, and it's Harley and it's Deadshot, but I know
And Ric Flair. Or not Ric Flair. Rick Flag.
Ric Flair. But Ric Flair's in this.
I want that shirt he
You know, a
has
60-year-old or 70-year-old man, he's just leading a team of Killer Elite.
on. And just shouting, just woo, and wearing robes.
Yeah. They're not a secret or like a stealth organization at that point because yeah, he's just woo everywhere they go.
He's just archering that shit every time. He's just telling them the same exact.
Oh, it's Mongal, not Mongrel.
Okay.
Mongal.
Mongal.
Okay.
I was thinking of the male counterpart of her in the comics, where it's I
It's
guess
Mongol.
the War World guy.
Mongol.
Mongol.
No, but she's
Mongal.
Mongal has a different name. Like that's what I'm saying. It's
I'm
like
sure-
It's like Rampage or something. It's like
Ravager?
No,
No,
Ravager-
that's Deathstroke's daughter.
yeah.
Y'all could literally just be saying any of that. I'm like, yeah, sure, because I want any of these characters.
And that's how it feels when y'all talk about wrestling.
Hey, speaking of wrestling, John Cena looks like small, lot
Dude,
smaller
he has
than
lost
that.
some weight.
Especially
looks
compared
like-
to like in freaking Blockers, how big he was.
Yeah.
Dude, I really feel like he's just gonna slim down from now on. I think he's gonna do maybe 2 months back then in the WWE. and
Is
then
he
come
back? Is he back in wrestling?
He
For
is. For he's doing a lot. I'm thinking he's gonna do like a 3-month stint.
Okay.
and be gone again.
Yeah.
He's skinny. I was like, dang, he's small compared. Like you look at him and Roman, like he's like the same size as Roman, which is weird because he's like, you know how wide he is.
Fucking yoked.
He's not. He's
John Cena used to be huge.
he's a lot skinnier.
He's still Dice though.
He's
Like,
still big dude. Like
He's still.
I'd be afraid to get hit by him, but
throwing them weird ass haymaker weird punches that he throws.
He does punch really weird.
But it looked good. I mean, this is look it. It looks like it's going to be silly, but from what the scenes are, it looks like it has a lot of different action scenes that are going to kind of.
Wasn't that
tie
like
in.
everywhere there was a club scene at one point? Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, why are you in a club?
looks like we're getting a.
That's gotta be like a flashback or
Oh,
something.
it definitely looks like a because you see what's his name, Des Malkian, who plays Polka Dot Man. He's like in the center of that circle, just
Yeah.
dancing around.
So
So I'd say it's either a flashback or some kind of like when Starro starts messing with
Yeah.
their minds.
Oh yeah, it could be. It definitely is gonna be kind of like when they had when in the first one when they had Harley's little like
Yeah.
flashback. It's like
Flashbacks with
Yeah.
Batman and Joker.
yeah.
You think the Joker's going to be in this one? You think Jared Leto is going to be?
I don't
think
know,
that there
man.
might
'Cause They
be-
kind of surprised us with the Snyder cut.
That was surprising with the Snyder Cut, but especially because I mean we've got to accept that that Birds of Prey is now a DC, at least for this universe or sort of this universe, because James Gunn is he's in that middle ground of old DCU versus what they're going to be moving forward in. So I mean we've got to kind of I guess know that Birds of Prey is in that canon somewhere. So she's broken up with the Joker. She's kind of a
Yeah, but how
on
did
her own
but
kind of
how
thing.
did so the thing is that I'm not understanding now is because they have so many directors doing these movies instead of just having like the same three like they did in it kind of did in the bigger movie Avengers movies.
Yeah.
How are you going to is it going to be called canon because is Harley in jail or out of jail?
See, the thing is that
I was gonna say if we go based off because HBO Max is kind of behind a lot of these releases
Yeah.
right now, especially with the superhero genre. If you look in their subtitle, a lot of the stuff when you go towards the DC movies, they're under the category of DC multiverse
or expanded universe
or expanded universe.
DC,
But
the DCEU, which sounds like a freaking like NAFTA or something.
yeah,
Or like a drug
I'm gonna say it.
or a new
NAMBLA.
I'm gonna say as of right now, it's kind of like a free for all multiverse thing going on.
What they're
feel
doing
like it
is
is.
what they're doing is they're trying to retcon all the bullshit movies that they had previously,
Pretty
and
much.
without completely alienating them.
Yeah.
So they can still use those assets and not necessarily
The actors, the actresses out of it.
It's like,
Absolutely.
oh, this movie was that universe, so don't worry about that's not the main universe, so don't worry about this. This is the main
This is
universe.
universe
Look right here. Look right shiny.
Yeah.
Jingles keys.
Look at
like-
look at what the right hand's doing while the left hand comes up and smacks you with some new
waving
shit.
John Cena and a shiny
That's my
helmet
favorite
here.
magic trick.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So you guys think it's gonna be good? What are you guys gonna rate?
100%.
What are you gonna rate? Okay,
It's
before
James-
let's
it's
rate
James-
it. Let's rate it right now. What we think.
I mean, have you seen the ratings already from like the aggregate scores?
I know,
Already
but
super
okay,
high.
hey,
Just being that
rate
it's
it.
James Gunn,
How about 1 through 10?
being that it's James Gunn, and I mean we've seen the marvelous work that he can do with an ensemble cast. I'm giving it a straight 10. I might change my prediction after I see it tonight, but I'm gonna give it.
I'm gonna give it a 7. I'm giving it a 7 right now, just because I'm like, there's a lot that just from the trailer, there's a lot that can go wrong.
Oh, it's
It could-
WB. There's anything can
because
go wrong.
watching Wonder Woman, how god awful that was, and then the CGI was all over the place and that.
That movie was a mess.
that movie was a
That
mess.
movie was a mess.
But this was being filmed during that time as well. So I'm going to give it a 7. 7 is because is going to be as high as I'm going to go just because of the actors that you have in it. It's got Idris Elba, and you can't go wrong. If he's in that movie, it's going to be great. But I'm going to give that just because of how bad the graphics are going to probably. It's going to probably be all over. I bet you we saw the good ones.
It's gonna be some weird CGI, that's for sure.
It's going to be some weird, especially King Shark. What about you?
Now that you mentioned CGI, I'm gonna give it an 8.
I mean-
I didn't think about how much CGI is gonna be in it just because it was filmed during
There's
COVID.
a lot of scenes that I'm like, oh man, that's a lot. Because you can do a lot of CGI in commercials for cheaper than you would do in the movie, so they can touch that up real fast. But just like Wonder Woman, like you saw a lot of just awesome stuff in the commercials, and you got in the movie, and it's like they gave up.
We saw her lasso lightning.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
That was
I can't believe I sat through that movie. But in defense of Wonder Woman, they filmed and finished that kind of while DC was, or while like the cinematic universe of DC was kind of up in the air, so they didn't realize that they were going to get a Wonder Woman 3 until the movie finally like came out, or until they
Are they gonna get a Wonder Woman 3 now?
Out of that,
it got announced when the movie like premiered.
yeah, and they watched that shit and watched people's reactions like.
I was like,
But that's what
Time Warner just.
but that's what I'm saying is Wonder Woman.
what's wrong with your neck? Why do you keep doing that? Are you hot? You do it this way.
You need
That's
some
more
air? Do you
effective.
need some water?
I know it's a great movie, and they're like shaking their head like.
But that's what I'm saying is that was filmed and finished up while DC was kind of in the air for what they're going for, or what they're moving forward with in their cinematic universe. Whereas Suicide Squad, The Flash that's coming out, I think The Flash comes out at the end of the year
Yeah.
or the beginning of next year.
This year?
It should be coming out this year.
It comes out like
No,
December.
what? Have they made a trailer yet? I was in a trailer.
Well, they either just finished or just started
I'm
production. I
telling
can't
you,
remember.
it's gonna either be.
But it's coming out end of this
We're
year
probably gonna
or,
see trailers at the end of this
or
year.
start of
That's
next
what
year.
I need because that's gonna be nothing fun.
Hey, August 15th, Titans.
Yes,
will be
August,
Titans.
No,
Titans.
August 12th. This coming Thursday.
I need to catch up on that too.
You
I
do
will
because
be-
that show is fantastic.
Yeah, I know.
And you get
I-
to see, dude. You have.
I'm getting my boy.
You see
Red
his.
Hood.
Yeah, okay.
You see
I'm
Red
getting
Hood, and you see the new armor that he's in Nightwing's in.
Oh yeah, no, it's gonna
You're
be.
supposed to be able to see.
It's gonna be sick.
Hey, rumor has it we get to see Batman, him in the Batman suit.
If we get to see Ian Glenn in the Batman suit, I'm gonna lose my mind.
Okay,
Get to see him in the
I
Batman
need to play catch up. I got so much shows to watch.
You think Beast Boy's gonna morph into more than a fucking tiger in this one?
I'm hoping because that's the only like, especially that they're talking about like he's gonna reach the full potential of his ability. We got to start seeing more than the tiger because the tiger's great. It helps with that backstory if he doesn't want to be a vicious person, but he's got that animal inside him now.
I really just want to see him as a little monkey on somebody's shoulder.
Yeah, a little monkey. He
And Raven's gonna be-
he changes into at least in the cartoons. I'm not too well versed in the Titans comic books, but in like the old cartoons, like in the good Teen Titans cartoons, not the Teen Titans Go.
Hey! You shut your whore mouth.
I don't talk.
That show's good.
I'm not talking trash about it because it's not made for me. It's made for the kids, and I'm not
Teen
a kid.
Titan Go.
and me.
Yes, I'm not.
I
I've
think
seen like
it's
one.
Adorable. It's adorable.
I've seen one episode.
it's a
It's
fun
campy.
show.
It's campy and
It's a
cute. as
camp and fun show. They have the same voice actors. They have great music.
Yes.
And like,
But I'm just saying it's definitely more childlike, whereas like the Teen Titans cartoon from 2003 was
and they're self-aware that they know they're.
they know how cheesy and campy they are with Teen Titans Go.
I do like when they did the crossover of Teen Titans and Teen Titans Go. It was
Right.
awesome.
But my point of what I was getting to is that Beast Boy actually does turn into like Raven's Raven because he has his whole thing for. When are they going to call Raven Raven? Right now, she's just kept being called Rachel. So that's what I'm waiting on.
I'm waiting on that. There's a lot of that I'm curious about because we got to see. I really want to see a crossover of Doom Patrol and Titans.
I mean,
See, I watched the first few episodes of Doom Patrol. And I actually liked that. It was really
Doom Patrol.
I binged it. It was
Doom Patrol was
incredible.
awesome.
It's so different from and it's not the same as the comics and what I thought it was going to be. Because in the comics, they're just like an actual team. They do stuff.
Yeah.
But this is like way better.
It's like a
And-
dysfunctional group of people.
And Brendan Fraser
Wouldn't
does
even call them
such a
heroes, the
good
others.
job as Robot Man.
Yeah.
Oh, Brendan Fraser's the best.
He's so.
You saw he landed a role. I wrote his for but it's like a role, like a big role.
Yeah, in the.
I saw the article. I didn't read up on it, so I
And
don't
he's
know
a
what
gangster.
role
He's like a hitman. right?
Oh, really?
Perfect.
He's a hitman. He's like in a suit and like.
Oh, hell
Right,
yeah. That'd
stuff.
be perfect because then he doesn't have to get jacked again. He can just be like this old unassuming. It's like I kill people because I have to give you my life.
Sweet. So, 10,
I'm giving it a 10 just because I know what
7,
James Gunn.
and 8. So we'll see. So put down in the comments what you guys think it is, and if you guys watched it, still put it down in the comments. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm an idiot. I don't care.
Especially-
He's wrong.
But I'm going to tell you right now that the CGI is probably going to be trash.
It might not be the best. I'm not going to say trash.
It may
I'll
not be
say
trash.
excessive.
It'll be
Hey.
excessive.
As long as Mel Bay has nothing to do with this movie, you don't have to see every freaking scene in slow motion. You're like, is something wrong with the TV? No, it's just Mel Bay movie.
So between the first Suicide Squad done by David Ayers and this one coming out, there's exponentially more I wouldn't call them throwaway characters, but there's definitely a more bigger cast of
I
characters.
think there's gonna be more people dying. I think in this one.
That's what I'm saying. Is in the first one, it's more or less obvious that Slipknot is going to be the one that gets his head blown off because he is like the only like lesser known actor in that movie.
Not to mention, he climbs things.
He climbs things.
Oh shit! Really? Ben, hold up, back up. The day is saved. This guy's up there now.
You mean the man?
Like I'll never get him.
You mean the man who deals with rope climbs things? Weird. But that's my point. Is in that movie, it was very obvious that he's probably the one that's going to go. But now you've got Michael Rooker, you've got Pete Davidson, you've got the girl playing Ratcatcher, you've got. I don't think King Shark's going to die because he seems too much of the comic relief.
And people are gonna love him.
That too. Peacemaker's not going to die because he's getting his own spin-off show.
I love
that's going to be fantastic.
I love the poster just for the show. Just his face on a yellow background. It's just it's Peacemaker.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know why I love that poster.
I forgot I used
so
to
much.
own a bunch of Peacemaker comic books back in the day, and it was like old. I mean, like old
Yeah, that's-
50s
Yeah.
stuff.
I
So
didn't
I'm like,
realize he
it's
was
so
such-
weird.
I didn't
I'm
realize
like,
he was such an
with
old
the
character.
extra big toilet bowl helmet.
yeah, with the big toilet bowl helmet and the 50 caliber. It's like supposed to be like a laser pistol, but I guess it's gonna be a 50 cal.
Yeah,
Something like that.
He's got the freaking in this movie. He's got freaking Dante's pistol from Devil May Cry.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
it's a big
That's
magnum.
that's gonna be something for another one. But just to let you guys know, I'm just gonna say Devil May Cry may be getting its own movie. So,
You do. You
so
say.
life just got better.
If they do it right.
If they do it right.
I just want them to be playing the music and loud
We all know
shit
the
no matter
history.
what.
We all know the history of movies based off video games.
Oh, don't act like you guys didn't love your favorite video game of all time, Assassin's Creed. Get annihilated.
I actually did enjoy Michael Fassbender
Okay.
as.
I am the biggest like Assassin's Creed fan, but I did not watch that movie because I didn't want to be disappointed.
It's actually not bad. Enjoy it. Check it out. But back to what I was saying. So, since we have a bigger cast to choose from, and it's a little less predictable of who's going to get killed off, or at least I'm not going to say who do you think is going to die first because there's a lot of people. Multiple people might
Pete
die.
Davidson's dying. I'm calling it.
But who do y'all think is going to be killed off?
Pete Davidson.
100%.
See, that was going to be my guess.
And Michael Rooker.
It's nothing against Pete
Yes.
Davidson, but he's just.
And the polka dotted man, I think is going to die.
Yeah.
See,
He feels like his kid's all tortured and crazy. And I feel like he's gonna die.
I think
if he dies, it's gonna be. I think his is gonna be more of a heroic death because he's like they show him in that one trailer where he's like, "I'm a hero." Like, so he's gonna. He's definitely gonna die, but I think it's gonna be more in a heroic fact. I think. I'm with y'all. I think Pete Davidson's gonna be one of the dudes gets his head blown off by Amanda Waller just to be like, "Hey, don't pull some shit with me." Boom. Kind of like Slipknot in the first one.
All right, guys, that's all we got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. You can find us on all the social medias. Am I not doing the whole thing you want me to do? All right, folks, that's all we got for you today. Thank you so much for tuning into the show.
I just looked over at Kelvin because I thought he was going to say something witty.
You can't just
that
look
look.
That's just my face. I look witty.
You just felt him look out of the peripheral. And I'm just like, all right, let's try it again.
I'm sorry.
Can we just keep these outtakes? I mean, it is our first go around.
100%.
It's our first go around, guys. We're playing around with this, but check somewhere along the bottom of the screen for all our social media handles. Please check us out. Comment, like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Join us in the basement. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Make a drinking game out of us.
Make a drinking game out of us. How many times do we beep? If you catch us on the cuss word beep, take a drink.
Oh my! Are we trying to kill people?
Yes.
This is not a no. Yeah, whatever. Do it.
There's one of probably many in this episode.
My grandma's going to watch this.
As well.
This episode brought to you by Alcoholics Anonymous.
You can catch us. We'll drop a video every Tuesday and Friday. Peace out.